I found out that my husband is living another life online. He's posing as a richer man who is more successful with my sister and her children as his family. I stayed up until the wee hours going through his computer and phone. My husband is a gamer, and we have a gaming room. He hasn't changed his passwords and codes since we were dating, and while he was sleeping, I was up snooping. Anyway, I was shocked by what I saw. Yes, my husband is in love or at least has a crush on my sister. I'm not the only one he's complaining to about her weight gain. His best friend knows everything. He actually sends him pictures of my sister and openly admits that he uses these pictures to pleasure himself some nights. He complains that she's getting fatter. He's annoyed that she might be pregnant or that she's just going to ruin her beauty. One of the pictures he has sent to his best friend, whom he admits that he masturbates to, is from her Facebook, with my toddler nephew kissing her cheek. He has also taken pictures of her on our vacations, in bikini, maybe hundreds. Some of them he has just cropped me out of. On his PC, he has group chats with his gaming friends and people who don't know him in real life. To those, he pretends that my sister and her children are his family. He proudly brags about having her. His profile picture is of her, her children, and him from a Christmas party. I'm shocked and disturbed and very confused. I never pressure him to do anything nice to me, but he tells me he loves me every day. He kisses and hugs me all the time. He never complains about me or my appearance, and although he never compliments my looks, he never complains about them either. My sister is very beautiful, and she's always been beautiful. I've learned that I could be other things, and I'm fine with that. I have many great qualities, and I always get compliments for them. That's why I never reacted to the lack of compliments from my husband. This is just how things have always been for me. I don't know if he loves me. Not 2 weeks ago, we had our 10th anniversary, and he surprised me with a weekend in Paris and a beautiful new engraved wedding band. What's going on? And what about posing her children as his? My husband and I are child-free, and it was more his choice. He never wanted children. Ever. She's an amazing sister, and she would never do that to me. To make it even clearer, after sweeping all his devices, there's nothing from her to him that could remotely be interpreted as suspicious. They don't talk privately, and the last text he has from her is when I turned 30, and they were planning a surprise party. Other than that, they communicate through our group chats about our weight. None of us is obese. I've always been on the curvy side. My sister is very slim. She has been fighting depression almost all her adult life because of something that happened to her in the past, and when she's depressed, she can't eat. So when she gains weight, we're all delighted because it means she's happy and eating well. I'm divorcing my husband. I have yet to tell him what I've read and seen. I'm not ashamed that I have snooped around his private matters, and I'm not going to wait and listen to excuses. This is beyond creepy and beyond salvation. It's so over. Update. Now I have told my mom, and I've talked to my soon-to-be ex-husband. I told my mom everything as a first step. She is as baffled as I am, and she doesn't know what to do about my sister. Given her past, she was an SA in college, which changed her as a person forever. I mentioned to her about maybe asking her therapist for help. She's going to contact her therapist tomorrow. Besides me, Mom, Dad, and my sister's therapist, nobody knows about her being roped. She wanted to keep it a secret from her husband. After we've talked to her, she could decide whether to tell brother-in-law or not. He's a good man, and I'm sure he's going to be a great support should she decide to tell him. And then I will hopefully get her forgiveness. I'm so sorry to have introduced such a horrid man to her life. My soon-to-be ex-husband called when he saw that I've been on his phone and PC. He asked me where I was and when I would be coming home. I told him, "Come on, you know I'm not coming back." He sounded so defeated, told me he was disgusted with himself, that he was sorry, and that he loved me. He just wasn't in love with me and hasn't been for 2 years. I told him that I never wanted to see him again and, most importantly, I never wanted him to contact my sister. He said he would never do that and that he never would have acted on his fantasies. It's just his escape from reality. He hasn't been feeling well, and this was his go-to comfort. He's posing as a richer man who is more successful with a beautiful wife and beautiful children, and his friends admire him for it, and it gives him the rush he needs to cope with reality. Anyway, he begged me not to tell my sister, especially not her husband, and promised never to bother me again. I don't know what to feel. I'm numb. Maybe the hurt and sadness will come later. I'm more repulsed and disappointed right now. Only last weekend, we were planning new renovations and a new car. My mom is awesome. She told me not to rush the heartbreak because it would be coming eventually. I'm in survival mode right now. Tears will come when everything settles, and divorce is a fact, not just a reaction.